What's up, guys? Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and we've got 2x on Primal Shards. Doesn't come around very often, but when you get a 2x on Primals, you gotta take the risk on this. I've got 9 Primal Shards on the free-to-play account here. Highly recommend anybody who has Primal Shards, you should pull them now. This is the best time. I know that the fusion is going on, so for some of you out there, you may only have Primal Shards or just a few Primals and a few other Shards remaining for the next Summon Rush event or the next event to pull Shards in general. But this is the time that you pull if you want your best chance to get a mythical champion, which is 1%. The chances are still extremely slim, but they're higher than usual, okay? Is it always 1% though? Or is it 0.5? I'm pretty sure usually it's 0.5. So they had to have bumped it to 1%. So pretty cool. And hopefully we can get a mythical today. I'm pretty sure it's 0.5% typically. But yeah, 2x chance to get a mythical. That's massive. You've got to pull your primals during this time. So let's do this. I'm hoping that I can honestly get someone good. I don't want Androck. Galathier would be insane if I got a mythical. Sigfrin would be crazy. Alaz would be good. Gizmak would be good. There's a lot of good mythicals. Lazarus would be good. I'd be fine with that. I definitely don't want Gallius. He's kind of meh. I mean, he's good for PvE, but if you get a mythical, you kind of want them to be good for PvP and PvE, but mainly PvP, in my opinion. But of course, if you do get a good PvE champ, it's going to probably want to be this guy right here, Toshiro. He's one of the best Hydra mythical champions in the game. Really, really strong. And then Mezamel's good for PvP, but she's not like the best. She is very, very strong though, because she got a little bit of a buff. Geralt is good too. Ashnar's trash. I mean, if anybody gets him, if you're free to play or low spend, he's still going to be halfway decent for your account, early or mid game. Late game, he's still okay, but he's not meta at all. Commodus would be insane for PvP. Calamitous, good for PvE, not so great for PvP. Again, early mid game, okay in PvP, but late game, end game, he's not the best. Aphidus did get a buff. Don't personally want him, but I guess I could try to make him work in a PvE team, but it's just not someone I want. Then we've got Crixia, who I definitely would love to have. Fralny, I actually like Fralny. I would love to have Fralny, especially with the buff, because for Go Second teams, he's really good. But the issue is, I think Go First is still the meta. But if you can get Fralny to work where you can make a comeback on people, then he stacks up his HP, and then he just starts smacking super hard, which is insane. I would love to get a Toshiro. I have a 6-star waiting for him in the shop. And then Nell would be decent. I don't think she's like top tier, but she's definitely decent. Arbaeus is top tier, and Nias is top tier. These are 2 meta champions, Arbaeus and Nias, for live arena and PvP in general. So without further ado, let's get this going. Let's hop in. Can we get ourselves a mythical champion? It's been a long time since I pulled a mythical. My first mythical pull was in 2023, pretty much when it first started, back in December. I pulled a duplicate Lady Mikage on the 30th of December, 2023 on my 21st Primal Shard. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have it noted on a sticky note when the last time I pulled a mythical was. Pretty much a year ago. So let's see if we can get ourselves another mythical. Since then, since a year ago, I've only pulled 86 primals. So it kind of puts into perspective as a free-to-play player. Now, there are times where other free-to-play players have collected more primals than myself, even though I do consider myself a very consistent player. I just may not be able to get all the primal shards from different events and tournaments, so you got to keep that in mind. Not every player is going to get or have pulled as many primal shards as me, and then other players have pulled even more primal shards than me over time if they're free to play. So 86 primal shards since the December 2023. Crazy. So you average, I guess I could say on the high end, you probably average 100 primal shards a year. unless you get every single event that has a primal shard out of the way, right? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's pop off. Maybe we can get ourselves a mythical. Who knows? Who knows? But the chances are very slim, and you could just get all rares. But yeah. I got my hopes up a little bit, but I don't want to keep my hopes up too high. 9 shards. It'll bring me to 95 primals pulled if I don't get a mythical. Okay, another rare. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, it's rare taxing, I guess. Oh no. We got 4 left. Oh boy. Please. Oh, all rares? Are we not even going to get 1 epic? Come on. Weird that there's no 2x on epics, though. This guy, both. I don't think I have this guy. I think he was in one of the fusions. Yeah, I don't have him. Okay, we'll take a new champion. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit, chance to place heal reduction. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing decreased accuracy on all enemies. Also increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn, which is good. Removes 2 random debuffs from all allies. Heals them by 10% of their max HP. Also places increased accuracy on them for 2 turns. Also strong. Decreases the damage all allies receive from poison debuffs by 50%. Great for Dragon. Obviously, the heal reduction doesn't really help for Dragon, but it does help for Fire Knight. He has a 1 enemy 2 times. Is this HP in all battles? Nice. HP in all battles. Interesting kit. He's definitely good for early mid game and some late game. He's probably very strong for Amius. I think he's meant for Amius. Yeah, he's 100% meant for the Amius boss, for those who struggle with the accuracy thresholds, and then who struggle with receiving debuffs from Amius. But the poisons, Amius doesn't place poisons, so this is more so a dragon kit here. Decreased damage from poisons. Well, this is also good for, he's also very strong in the Doom Tower Spider. So yeah, he's very strong for Curse City for the Spider. What's that spider's name? I forget the spider's name in Doom Tower. It's actually not this rotation. But if I go to Curse City, I'm sure I can find the, I think it's Tainted Skavag? Skavag? No, Agrith. Agrith. Skavag is the dragon. So Agrith is the spider for Doom Tower. And he's really good here because decreased accuracy on the spiders allows them to not place as many poisons, hopefully, so you can resist some poisons. And then increase accuracy so you can remove the counterattacks on those spiderlings. And then you can also, obviously, if you use a Geomancer strategy, you don't want to remove the counterattacks. But if you're just doing brute force during Curse City, because Geomancer is not in like any of those fights against Agrith half the time, then you have to increase accuracy, place debuffs, place heal reduction on Agrith if those counterattacks go off, because heal reduction will make it so Agrith doesn't keep on healing, right? So, anywho's, let's get back to this. Let's go ahead and pull 2 more shards. Come on. Oh, it's going to be all rares. I can already feel it. Other than that 1 epic. Man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so 95. So the year's not over. The year is not over. We're just reaching December 1st, 2024 at the time of this recording. It is 7:12 a.m. on a Sunday morning. And yeah, I'm at 95 primals. So I'll probably end up getting maybe around 100 to 110 primals pulled for the entire year. So 100 to 110, maybe 120 is what you would expect per year from getting or collecting primal shards free to play if you're pretty consistent. Of course, give or take some. I wouldn't give or take too many because you can only get so many primal shards, and a lot of the primal shards do stem from your participation in Live Arena because you get 4 primal shards per month. So if you can max this every month, which you should be able to, then you're going to optimize the amount of primal shards you get. And then, of course, not many events and tournaments offer primals, and if they do, you have to max them out. So like I rarely ever max out Dungeon Divers because it's such a difficult tournament or event to max, and it costs a lot of resource, right? It costs a lot of energy to go and max out this primal just to get one primal shard. So yeah, I mean, should you do it? It's up to you based on your account level progression, how much resources you have on your account. I can't do it every time. Then you've got tag team. It never has a primal shard. It's always an ancient shard up here. And then Plarium tends to swap the times that they post tag team arena for the tournaments. So they used to do it where you get tag team this specific tournament during the beginning of the week, which is actually easier to complete the tournament because you got the one-man teams. But then they'll swap it back to the end of the week so that they get more participation towards the end of the week during reset, which is harder to get wins. So it's actually because they have full teams. People aren't doing one-man teams at end of the week. So it's harder to complete the tag team arena tournament, and they never have primals there anyways. And then, of course, Champ Chase pretty much never has primals. It's always books and chickens. They don't even have sacreds anymore in those events. So yeah, so basically, in the classic arena never has primals. Ice Golem never has primals. Basically, the tournaments that are the dungeons typically never have primals. Like I said, just as an example, they usually have an ancient shard, some gems, and then very weak sauce materials down at the bottom. So yeah, anyways, I did not get a mythical. We're at 95 primal shards pulled. Hopefully next time we get lucky. I think I'm just going to save up as many primals as I possibly can for the next 2x and try my best to not be compulsive and pull the primals during any other events. That's the tough part. I know that other people out there also have that issue where you have an impulse to pull and then you pull your primal shards or other shards that you shouldn't pull until a 2x like this. So to get your best chance at a mythical. So try your best not to pull until 2x if you can, but if you absolutely have to because you're going for a fusion, then I don't blame you. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on a video soon. Take care.